Hey guys, it's Jadu YGO, and who am I here with?
Rudra Vidyasagar.
Okay, and what did you just do?
I won the remote dual regional playing Malice Bystial.
All right, all right, all right. So, how was your experience?
It was good. I went 6-0 on the day. I didn't play. I played 3 meta and 3 rogue, so it was pretty split. 2-0'd most of my opponents. Went 2-1 against Trif in the finals, and 2-1 against my Fiendsmith cash opponent in round three.
Oh, wow, nice. Will we be seeing you at Orlando?
Yeah, most likely. I told myself if I won the regional, I would head to Orlando.
So, I guess it must be fate. Let's get into
Yeah.
the profile.
Yeah, sure. To start out, we're just gonna play 6 of the best starters slash normal summons in the game and Chessie. So we're playing 3 Rabbit, 3 Dormouse, 3 Chessie. Um, Rabbit is like honestly, it's not the greatest normal summon, but Dormouse is like pretty good. I cut Dot in this deck, so it's a 2 card combo deck instead of one. So you want to see like if you see Cat plus Dormouse or like pretty much like any combination of Cat plus one of these normal summons, it's like full combo, like which is like Griffin Lock plus a Bow, which is crazy. Um, yeah, uh, like not too much explanation needed. I didn't want to cut a Cat because this deck struggles with consistency, and Cat plus Name plus Bestial is full combo. You don't want to like cut one cat and just like look at your hand and look at like 18 like 5 hand traps and be like, great, now I can't play the game.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, that's that reasoning. Uh, Going on next. Next starters 3 field spell. This card is honestly like I'd much rather see a name plus a bestial than this plus a bestial because we lose so hard to a lot of hand traps. You lose to Bell on this, you lose to Ogre on this, and the fact that your name is already banished, so it can't be recurred by a bestial, kind of sucks.
Hmm.
But it was overall like again, you can't cut it because this deck already lacks consistency, so you got to max it out. Yeah. Going on next, we played 1 Sark and 1 Terra and 1 Talents. Sark and Terra, again, deck lacks consistency, so you want to max this stuff out. So you got to play this like full combos. Basically, any way to get to a Malice is a normal summon or field spell plus Bestial, and just more ways to do it is better. Sark is a great push, especially if you open with Cat. Like there was a lot of times today where like I opened like a name with Cat and like Gold Sark where I could like confidently normal summon Cat and they'd like Veiler Ash it and I could like just push with Gold Sark and just like punish them for hand trapping me there. Talents was crazy. Like I think it was round three against Fiendsmith Cash. He Veilered me. I like Talents a good hand. He insta scooped. I would play more of this card, but I just can't fit it in my deck. Card's insane. Honestly, pretty toxic too. Then you got to play 3 mandatory bricks, or kind of soft bricks, the traps. They act like this one's great going first. This one is okay. GWC is like only good if they imperm impulse you in the mirror. So you could GWC like a name away. Like that's the only time it came up. Other than that, like you want to like see these cards. You don't want to draw these cards. You just want to see them in your deck. And for non-engine, we're playing 3 Nib, a lot of Bystials, 3 Baldric, 3 Druis, 1 Mag, 3 Baldric, and 3 Shifter. Again, you gotta open a Bystial plus a name. That's full combo. And these cards are crazy against Ryzeal Mitsugiri. Like, especially if they go prayers, you can go like Druis or one of the Bystials to target Ame, and it can't come back, and that's huge for you. And they can't get it back by Futsu, so their only real way to get it back is through Kusanagi. That's huge. Nib plus anything is wild, especially Nib plus Bystial in the mirror. When they go for Splash Mage, and you can just like you Nib forces them into Splash Mage, and you can just Bystial away the Splash Mage target, and that's pretty much game. Shifter is the best card in the format. like, if you shift around Excite all night, Ryzeal Fiendsmith really has nothing to do because they can't even special sword anymore. It, like, punished them for not going to Moon. Yeah, like, these cards are pretty self-explanatory. What else? Then we go spells, 3 Allure, 3 Tronus. This card is crazy because I play a ridiculous amount of darks. I think the math on me opening a dark is like 90%. So being able to pot a greed your opponent is wild. And it can draw you into your more like powerful extenders / pushes. And I don't know, it just immediately puts pressure on your opponent when you go +2. Especially if you have an extra Bystial to banish, this card's insane. And Metal Tronus I play for the mirror, and because I play the detonator and the extra as a Metal Tronus target, because if they resolve duo, I can't Tronus them. Yeah, that's it. And the second best card in the format is 3 Impulse. In the finals, in Game 1, Trif got into, I think it was a game state where he had duo and imps on board, and he went ritual spell, and I impulsed him, and he just passed, so I could OTK him into that, and that was clutch. For the extra Link 4s, we played Griffin, a Bow, Access Code, and Firewall. Honestly, I never went to Griffin once today. I went into these 3 majority of the time. Like, this card's crazy, because it's kind of like, you play, like, with Bystials, you kind of play, like, 9 copies of GWC, because you can tag this out for Whitebinder and get its effect off. I did that round 1 in Centurion, and it won me a game where I opened really awkwardly and had to play a really long grind game. Access Code, not being able to respond to Access Code is huge, because it forces a bunch of interaction beforehand, and you can just wipe their whole field going second, and I did that to Trif Game 1 and Game 3 against him, and I think I did it in my round 3 against Ryzeal Fiendsmith, Cash Fiendsmith, where I just like went Access Code early, wiped his whole field, and swung for game. Firewall is your like kind of like cop out if you open just one starter, because you can just go Firewall with GWC set and pray that's enough. That's it for Link 4s. Link 3s, you just play one of the standard stuff. You play Ransom, 1 Cryptor, 1 Binder. Probably would play 2 of this, because I did get cash ripped for it, and I kind of needed it, but it was fine. Cryptor's crazy. Being able to control the game state by like non-targeting banish won me round 5 against White Forest Azamina. Ransom I barely made, because this card's a 2-card combo deck, and usually you just never go into Ransom unless you open Cat plus Bystial. Yeah, that's it. Now for the largest package, Link 2, Splash, Phoenix, Lizard, IP, SP, Dark. Splash is pretty much like your last push that you want to do. You just want to do that if you have really no option and you want to OTK real fast. I think I went into it game 3 against Cash Fiendsmith, because I just wanted to OTK and I had no Bystial, so I didn't really care about being locked. Phoenix is crazy because it's another way to go to a bow, and it can pop a bunch of like spell and traps, which there's a lot of annoying ones with like Crystron clusters. So annoying because you can't banish it with SP, so you have to go into Phoenix. And the fact that it's the co-link, so you can like co-link it with like your Whitebinder if you can, and just like draw 1 and pop a spell. That's huge. Haggard's like, I never made Haggard today. Like again, this is with us switching to a 2-card combo deck. You never go into Haggard because it's like you don't want to waste names in Grave. You only go to Haggard again last push. IP was a last minute addition because in testing Typhon wasn't really that good, so I just wanted another card, and it was between this or Second Binder. I never went into it. Probably would play Second Binder over it. SP card's crazy. Half the day I just ended on SP Cryptor, and I could control the game state from there. And then Dark is for the mirror, again another last push to like. And honestly, it never came up, but it came up a bunch in testing. Then last two cards, Link Decoder and Detonator. Detonator is a Tronus target because if they resolve duo with material, you can't Tronus for Nib because it's too high of attack. And it's kind of crazy being able to like shift or something, then Detonator banish, and they can't even respond. Link Decoder, this card's crazy. Like being able to get a free body and just go, it just makes all the combos work so much cleaner. Then for the side, super standard, 3 Fua, 3 Lancia, 3 Droll, 2 Thrust, 1 Harpies, and 3 Strikes. Fua is just like honestly kind of like an insta win. Like it was kind of sad. I opened Fua plus Droll against Trif. He ashed Fua, then called by Droll, and I couldn't win game 2 because of it. But Fua just wins me the mirror a lot of the time because it forces them to pass on a really bad board, and also like wins you a bunch of Ryzeal Fiendsmith games if you fool them at a right point because it cuts them off from a lot. Lancia is a blowout in the mirror. Droll, blowout against Mitsu. I got convinced to put the Thrust and Harpies by my testing partner. Shout out Peter. We tested Featherstorm, Feather Duster, and it's crazy in the mirror. It's crazy against Pure. Being able to search it and then like Featherstorm away, your whole back row is huge. Like in round 2 against my Maliss opponent, I opened Featherstorm. He set like I hand trapped him a bunch, so he had to end on like a subpar board, or like it was like just one. I just Featherstormed his back row, and he insta scooped. And for strikes, it was between this and Crossout, and Crossout having to force to put in 3 bad cards for 3 good cards was really bad because in testing, I opened Lancia and Fua, like I swear to God, every game, and it was really annoying. And I thought with the amount of non-engine we play, we can play to survive another turn rather than just playing to, complete, like further your engine. So strikes are crazy. It won me game 3 against Trift because I striked X'd, and then I impulse node, and I just OTK'd him from there. Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
Nice. Any other considerations, any other changes that you were considering making?
In testing, when we originally tested, we cut terraforming for the second talents, but the deck, like, the problem is this deck just breaks too much with it only being, like, real. Like, with it being 2-card combos, you have to max out your engine. I don't think you should cut engine. And, like, this is also why you need to max out a lore, because you need a C engine to play. And, like, just relying on hand traps this format is really bad. But, like, the best, why I think Maliss is crazy is because we can play the best non-engine. We can play Shifter, we can play Impulse, we can play Bystials. And they don't conflict with anything. They actually help you out. And that's what makes this deck probably have the biggest advantage game 1, and it's huge. Something in testing I would consider just cutting IP for the second binder. Like, I never went into IP once. Maybe cut Griffin too for something because I never made it once. It just seems super win more. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, congratulations on your regional win, and I look forward to seeing you at Orlando. I should be there, so
okay.
I definitely
Hold up, let me give a couple shout outs. Shout out to Alec and shout out to Peter. Those are my 2 testing partners. And shout out to Jib. He helped me with the list. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys.
All right. See you next time.